Welcome to the third devlog about the Fox game, a Unity RPG game where you play as a peaceful fox, fight enemies and protect your village. Recently I have been doing some more level design in these dungeons. I thought that designing just a few dungeons will be relatively simple, but I was wrong. If you want to add different puzzles and other game mechanics, then it takes quite a lot of time. You can see that the last dungeon I was working on previously looks very different than all of the other dungeons I made before. In the middle we have a big tower onto which we can go using these stairs, and on top of the tower we have 3 mirrors. We can see it from the sky. There is coming a sunbeam directly into one of the mirrors that we have, so we can try to rotate it and make sure that the mirrors are reflecting the light. This may seem like a quite fancy feature, but there's actually a really simple script for the reflection of the light, so this is quite an interesting puzzle in my opinion. Okay, so we have the light here, but what do we do with it? Well, if you take a look into the distance, you can see there is an obelisk, and as soon as we direct the light into the obelisk, we can see that all of the lights start to lighting up, and doors open into the graveyard that's in the back. In this graveyard, I plan to have some final boss, and as we have all of the coffins and the graves that are around it, I plan that some enemies will start just going out of them. So that's the 5th dungeon on which I have been working recently. In my opinion, it's quite interesting. One thing I was having few issues with is the tower, because if we leave the tower as big as it is, and the player would get near it, then the camera could get stuck somewhere inside of the tower and it doesn't look good. So the way that I fixed this was really simple. I just split the tower into 3 separate pieces, and then I'm just turning on those pieces as the player is going higher and higher. This may look a bit weird as just new parts of the tower are appearing, but I didn't really have any idea about how else I could do it, so maybe if you have an idea, let me know down in the comments. My friend also added this nice rotation of the camera, so the player can look pretty much everywhere he wants. This didn't make me really happy, not because I wouldn't like it, but because I need to do more level design. As before, the player was seeing just one side of the dungeon, I could design just the walls that the player actually sees, but now as the player can see everything, I cannot really hide it. My friend also added this nice UI, which is a lot cleaner, and overall I really like it. We will also be adding a skill tree, where you will be able to upgrade the health of the fox, the damage, add some special abilities, and much more. Let's take a look back at the 4th dungeon, which I have shown you in the last devlog, and before it was quite empty, so I've added a ton props inside. In the biggest room I have added a lava pool, in which I probably wouldn't want to swim, but that's a personal opinion, and inside of it we can see some platforms that are moving. The player will really need to be careful about where he's stepping, so that he can get to the second side safely. And there he's going to find a big treasure room with a lot of gold and some other items he may find. And that's all of the new work that I have done on the dungeons. It may not seem like a lot, but there's really a lot of work in the background that you may not see. And there's also one new thing that will totally change how the game is being played, and that is the new battle system that we are working on. In this new battle system, you will not be attacking all of the enemies at once, and the attacks will not be automatic as it was till now, but instead the combat will be turn-based. This means that you will get into a combat with one of the enemies, or there could also be a group of them, and you will be just deciding to which of the enemies you want to attack, which abilities you want to use, and you can also have some companions if you want. But so far we haven't really done much work on the battle system, so you will have to wait for that. From now on I will be still working on the dungeons and will try to add as many interesting puzzles as I can. Do you have any ideas for puzzles or for different game mechanics you would want to see in this game? If so, then I would love to hear about it, so you can tell me down in the comments. If you are looking for some game developer friends or just seeking help, then feel free to join our Discord server. If you are looking to support me financially, you can also take a look at my Patreon, where I have released 2 videos so far. And I hope that this video was useful. If you have any questions or suggestions, let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you in next videos. Bye! Thanks for watching this video till the end. If you are looking for a Unity, C# or Bolt tutor, then I am here for you, so feel free to send me a message to my Gmail and take a look at my website for more info. I can help you with your personal projects or teach you anything about game development you would want to know. You are welcome.